Good evening, Roehampton Club. This is Susanne with another 45-minute Pilates class. You're going to need your stretch band and the block tonight, and obviously a mat and your bodies. Okay, let's get up, everybody, and stand behind the mat. Good, let's stand behind the mat with your feet parallel and a nice long spine. You're going to hold on to your hip bones. You're going to find your pelvic floor. You're going to lift that pelvic floor up and you pull the tummy in. You're now going to start tilting your hips. Imagine that your hips are a bucket filled with water. You drizzle the water out to the back and then you drizzle the water out to the front. The hands on the hips will help you to feel that motion that you're producing. Breathe out to tilt. Breathe in to reverse. Keep going with that. The lower back will arch and it will flatten. You make sure that you're not going so deep into that arch that you experience any pain. Make sure you've got a nice deep breath going and you feel that belt around your waist tightening as you tilt those hips. And that is your building blocks for all the exercise, that core connection, that connection into your pelvic floor, belly button, and then into that little tail tuck that we're producing here. Good, and then imagine the hips are facing forward. Your bucket of water doesn't spill water out to the front or the back, and then place those arms alongside you. We're now going to start to pull the shoulders up and back and round, and just find a really deep breathing pattern, in through the nose and out through pursed lips. Your knees are ever so slightly bent. So don't push them back, don't lock them out. Good, and keep going and really feel that shoulder motion. Make sure that the back of your head doesn't slide forward. So find a little bit of a neck engagement, pulling that chin backwards. You've got one more. Good, and then pull the shoulders back and down. We're now going to lengthen the arms out to the side. We're going to look up to the ceiling, drop the shoulders down your back and bring it back down again. So we're finding neck movement, up to the ceiling, and down to the floor, and we're finding a shoulder motion up to the ceiling and down to the floor, making sure that you just focus again on that gentle core connection that you're producing. So the tummy pulls in, the pelvic floor lifts, and you've got a gentle tail tuck going on as well. And breathe out again. Good. We're going to do two more. Lift up and take it down. You've got one more. Lift it up and take it down. Fantastic. Good. We're now going to widen our legs a little bit more. So your feet are wider than your hips. You're going to bring the arms forward to start off with, and you're going to come into a squat and back to the top. Now my knee is still very dodgy, so if you can bend your knees more than what I can demonstrate, then please do it. So nice deep knee bend here. Make sure you shift your weight onto your heels, so you should be able to freely move your toes on the way up and on the way down. Now for the ones that are here in the live session, it's quite a warm evening. So make sure that you take layers off if you need to. You open up windows and have breaks if you feel thirsty or slightly dizzy, please. Take this down and back to the top. Good. One more time, but this time hold it. We're going to do 8 little pulses. 8. Really feel the core connection. Feel your bum cheeks engage. Pull the shoulders back and down. Nice long arms. So some of you have got the elbows slightly bent. Give me long arms. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come back up to the top. Fantastic. You're now going to widen the legs even more. Turn your feet out. Good. Remember this movement that we did at the beginning. We're going to do that again, but we're going to add a plie to it. So we're going to bend our knees. We're going to look up to the ceiling and down to the floor. We're going to plie, look up to the ceiling and down to the floor. Make sure you tuck your tail between your legs. You engage the inner thighs and your glutes. And you only bring it as low down as you're feeling comfortable to go. 2 more times. Look up to the ceiling down to the floor. You've got one more. Bend those knees, look up to the ceiling and down to the floor. Good. Place your feet parallel next. So they're wide, but they're parallel. Engage the core, lift one arm up and breathe out as you stretch over the midline. Inhale, exhale. Let's go over to the other side. Feel that stretch, that side stretch. And again, breathe out. And again, breathe out. 2 more times. Last one. Perfect. Nicely done. Good. Now bring both arms up. We're now going to bring those arms, we're going to bring them down towards the floor. We're going to come up and we're going to lean backwards. Good. And then nice big motion. Make sure you're out of pain, but make this as big as you can. Feeling that core connect, feeling your spine move. It's a full body motion. Make sure you're breathing. One more in this direction. Let's go the other way. So lean back. Make sure, yes, there is a breath. Touch the floor if you can and lean back. Good, you've got 3 more in this direction. Make it as big as you can. 3, 2, you've got 1 more and 1. As big as you can make it. Lovely. And bring those feet parallel. Take a deep breath in. Bring the chin to the chest and roll it down. Now, if you've got osteoporosis, you will have to come forward with a straight back. Feel the back line opening up, so the whole back line. And then come back up again, bone by bone. Now everybody lift your arms overhead. And then tuck your tail in as you lift your breastbone up. Feel a stretch in your belly. Good, let's do that again. Bring the arms to your side. Chin to chest, roll it down. Lean forward into your toes. Feel the back line opening up. Inhale, exhale, come back to the top, bone by bone. Extend those arms overhead and breathe out as you stretch into it. We're going to do 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, roll it down. Lift your tail. Inhale at the bottom, feel the stretch. Exhale, come back to the top. Good. Bring those arms up and extend. Beautiful. Bring the arms to your side. Okay. We're going to march diagonally. Nice and slow, so as slow as you can. It's very much a march in slow motion. We're just focusing on that balance. We're focusing on that hip stability. Good. Make sure you go slowly. So instead of lifting the leg really high up, don't lift the leg quite so high up, but see if you can balance a little bit longer on that one leg. Fabulous. Just tuning into that center of balance. Nice and slow. 2 more to go. And then that last one. Fabulous. And relax. Fantastic. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you from the side. We're going to practice stumbling forward. We're going to use the prominent leg first. So in my case, that's the right leg. So I'm just going to fall forward and I'm going to catch my weight. And then start off with that prominent leg. And then the next one you do, find your other leg. That's it. Just fall forward. You make sure that you stumble onto a safe surface. Keep going with that and really allow your body to fall forward before you step into it. Good. Lean forward first. And then before you fall over, step into it. Fantastic. We're going to do 1 more. Practicing potentially falling over. Good job. We're now also going to fake throw a ball. So I'm going to take my block. You can use anything. If you've got a ball, you could use a ball. Anything light, please. Good. We're going to start off with the prominent hand. That's my right hand. If you're left-handed, you would start with your left hand. Make sure that your mat, I'm going to push my mat, I'm actually going to fold it in half so I can step onto a safe surface. Good. So what you're going to do, imagine your block is a ball. You're going to hold the ball on the floor, so bend your knees. You're going to stand up and then you're going to fake throw that ball. And then do it again. Take it down. Come on up and then throw the ball. Imagine you're throwing that ball over a really high wall. So that full body motion I'm after. That's it. Using our shoulders. Even if you're planning on never throwing anything again in your life, still a good practice. Good, come on, throw it over the fence as high as you can. Good, let's do one more on our prominent hand. Throw it over the fence. Good. Now let's get over to our non-prominent hand. So that's my left side. Touch the floor. And throw it over the fence. It feels completely different on my non-dominant hand. It feels like very weak, that throw. Good. And up you come, hands. Throw it over the fence. Good. Nice, big, full body motion. And throw it over the fence. Good. Come on, two more. Off you go. Last one. And throw it over the fence. Good job, everybody. Nicely done. Okay. Let's open up our mats again if they were folded. Don't go onto the mat yet. We're going to do a wall sit before we go onto the floor. So this is our first exercise that we're going to do. I'm going to use my wall here. You can use any other wall that you can find in your space. So I'm going to lean against the wall. I've got my feet about 30 centimeters away from the wall. I'm going to engage my core and then I'm going to bend my knees. And I'm going to hold this position as long as I can. Draw that belly button in, lift your pelvic floor and just breathe into it. 90 degrees, your maximum knee bend. And then with my dodgy knee, I'm not going to go to 90s. If you've got healthy knees, go all the way down to 90. And then push your feet into the floor. And also try to work on your posture. So pull those shoulders back, pull the back of your head into the wall. Hold and make sure you're breathing deeply. Push your big toe down, your little toe down, and your heel. Your body temperature will come up, so we're going to feel a little bit hot. That's okay, as long as you can ignore being hot, ignore it. Okay, make sure that your thighs are working. Your bum, your thighs, and your core. Pull the shoulders back. You've got 8 more breaths here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then push yourself away from that wall and shake out your legs. Good job. Don't forget, you always do what you can. So with all the injuries that you might have, you have to listen to your body and react to it. You're now going to go on the mat on all fours, and you're going to start your cat-cow. So on all fours, hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And you're going to go into a lovely, lovely cat-cow where you move through the spine. Pain-free, please, so make sure that you're not going too deep. Find the back line and the front line opening up. Right, so the next exercise we're going to do is a hip warm-up. So if you've got hip issues, you're going to do as much as you can and have lots of breaks. Come back into neutral. We're now going to take the elbow that's furthest away from the screen and place it onto the floor, right underneath your shoulder. You're then going to deeply engage the core and lift the opposite leg up. Then you're going to lift the hip up and you look over to the side so you can see me. Good. And now you're going to start to circle that hip round and round. As big as you can make it, pain-free. That's it. Lovely. And really engage that core. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you goes down. Good. One of you is not on the elbow. One elbow is on the floor, please. It opens up the hips much more. Change the direction. Good, keep breathing. Good, lift the back of your head up. Make sure that your eye line faces to the side, like your hips. 3, 2, and last one, and 1. Fantastic. Then bring that knee down. Place your hands back on the mat and push back into a child's pose, as far back as you feel comfortable. Okay, let's warm up the other side. So listen again carefully. Hands are underneath the shoulders. You're now going to take the elbow that's closest to the screen and you're going to drop it onto the floor. Engage your core, lift the other leg up, the one that's furthest away from the screen, and look over to the side. Now you're ready to give me big circular motions through that hip. In through the nose and out through pursed lips. Breathe out as you lift, breathe in as the leg comes towards the floor. That's it, lovely. Slow it down a little bit, change the direction, go the other way. You've got 4 more. 3, 2, and last one, and 1. Fantastic. Excellent. Coming up and just shake out those shoulders. Fabulous. Good, okay, let's go down onto our back. So lie flat on the floor. Please start off with a pelvic tilt. So on the exhale, you pull the 2 hip bones towards you as you lift the pelvic floor up and pull the tummy in. And then you reverse it again. Keep going with that. So make sure that the pelvic floor lifts up first, followed by the belly button pulling in. And then we've got the 2 hip bones pulling towards you. Good. The shoulders are downwardly engaged. The chin is gently pulling forward, so you've got a really lovely, nice long neck. Two more, please. Last one. Good. On this one, we're going to tilt and peel away from the mat, coming all the way to the top. So lift the hip up as high as you can. Feel how the front of your thighs opens up and feel how your bum cheek is engaging. Inhale at the top and then exhale to bring it back down again, bone by bone. Keep going with that. This could always be level 1. That means if you find that the next progression gets too hard, just come back to these very basic, simple exercises. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that because they give you all the benefits of Pilates without overloading your body. Admittingly, they are a little bit repetitive if that's all you can do. But that's better than just lying there and waiting for us to finish what we're doing. And back down. I'm hoping by the next one, if you felt any tightness in that lower back, it will have eased off. Let's do one more. Make sure your big toe, little toe doesn't lift off the mat. Keep that pressed onto the mat. All the way to the top and then all the way down. So let's work on coordination next. Good, so once you're back in neutral, you're going to tilt your hips until the lower back kisses the floor. You're going to pull the tummy in and lift the pelvic floor, and you're going to keep that tilt, that tilt going. So the 2 hip bones keep pulling towards your rib cage. And then you're going to extend one leg beautifully long. Good, keep the leg long. You're now going to drop that foot down and lift it back up again. Breathe out. Keep your foot pointed. Inhale down. Exhale to lift. Good. Third and last one with a pointed toe. Good. Now you're going to change foot position. Flex your foot. Take it down. Keep the knee straight. Exhale to lift. 3 and 2 and 1. So you did 3 with a pointed foot, 3 with a flexed foot. place your foot on the floor. Extend the other leg nice and long. Let's go, drop it down. Inhale, exhale to lift. Perfectly straighten that knee for me, please. 2. You've got a third one with a pointed foot. Good, now flex the foot and do 3 with the foot flexed. 3, keep the core engaged, keep the shoulders engaged, keep a good breathing pattern going. Last one. Good, and then place your foot down. Fantastic. What you've just done is level 1. So if the next progression gets too hard, come back down onto the floor. We're now going to do the same leg pattern, but up in a bridge. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, tilt and lift all the way to the top. Make sure the shoulders engage. Keep the hips open. So if you want to, you can keep those hips on the floor. Extend the first leg. Point your foot. Here we go. Pull it down. 1, lift it up. Breathe out. 1 point. And 2 points. Long leg, please. Really lengthen that knee. 3, now flex. Go down. 1 flex. 2 flex. And third one. Flex it up. Good. Place your feet on the floor. Inhale. And exhale to roll it back down again. Good. Listen, you did a really good job. But quite a few of you only had length from the hips into the knee. If you can, find the length into your feet so that leg is beautifully lengthened. Let's go to the other side. So inhale. Tilt and lift on the exhale all the way to the top. Good. And now find that length all the way into the toe. Point. Good. Let's go. 1. Breathe out to lift. 2. Breathe out to lift. 3. Breathe out to lift. Now flex, do the same thing, keep the foot flexed. You've got 1, lift, breathe out, 2, and 3, lift. Good, then place your feet back on the floor, inhale, and exhale to bring it back down again. Well done. Right, we're going to glue our thighs together and our feet together. We're going to bring our arms to the side, and now we're going to start twisting our knees to one side as the head looks the other way. So the ideal position here is both of your knees exactly the same length. So try to lift your hips up a little bit higher if that's possible. The ones with hip pain, only bring this as far over as you can without increasing your pain. And make sure you keep moving. So you go from side to side, not too fast, not too slow. So each of these motions are as long as 1 breath. Make sure that you feel the movement before you return it. What you should be feeling ideally is a stretch in your lower back. And if you lengthen your fingertips away from the movement and glue the shoulder into the mat, you should feel a little chest stretch as well. We're going to do 2 more. We're going to do 1 more. Right, next up is the 100. Widen your feet, bring the arms alongside you. Your feet are hip width apart. You're now going to imprint your lower back, feel a very deep core connection. Pull the shoulders down, lengthen the arms off the floor and start pulsing. In through the nose and out through pursed lips. If you've got osteoporosis, you mustn't lift your head and shoulders up. The same with neck and spinal issues. If you can, lift your legs into tabletop, but make sure the knees are directly above your hips and you're not allowing your hip bones to move forward, so don't arch your back. If you can lift your head and shoulders up, do it now. In through the nose, out through pursed lips. Excellent. Make your feet look a little bit more elegant. So just make them a little bit longer there through the ankles. Keep going. If you can do more, you're going to lengthen those legs. However, if the head is on the floor, don't lengthen the legs. Keep your knees bent. If the neck starts to hurt, you need to place your head back on the floor. Good, listen, if you want to work very hard, you're going to drop those legs down a little bit lower, but keep your legs long. So beautifully lengthened. Lower back sits on the mat. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bend your knees. Gently bring your head back down. Good. We're now going to hold on to our knees and we're going to pull our knees as close to our chest as we can to open up our lower backs. And then release it again. Let's do that a couple more times. Pull those knees towards your chest. And release it again, feeling that stretch around the lower back. Last one. Fabulous. Good. Before we turn onto our side, we're going to do the windshield wiper stretch. So grab your bands. If you haven't got a band, you can use a towel, or indeed you could use a belt as well. Good. So strap your leg into the band, a straight knee. Just the one leg. Perfect. Good. Draw the belly button in, lift your pelvic floor. You're going to bring the leg down on the inhale. On the exhale, you gently pull it back up again. If you can, pull both of your elbows into the floor. Inhale and exhale. What you want to feel here is the back line of your thigh stretching out, calf and hamstrings. Lift it back up. You're going to do one more. Drop it down. Inhale. Exhale, lift it up. Good. You're going to hold it now. You're going to lengthen the opposite leg. And now you're going to go from side to side. Good. It will stretch out the outer side of your thigh and the inside of your thigh. Only go as far as you can go without producing joint pain. Joint pain? Joint pain, even without a T at the end. Keep going. That looks good. Make sure that you try not to wiggle your hips. So the hips don't lift. They're as still as you can get them. Good. Now to increase the stretch, as you bring the leg over the midline, lift the outside of your foot up gently. That will help to increase the stretch. As you go out to the side for the inside of your thigh, you turn your foot down, heel up, and pull the leg a little bit closer to you. That will also help. One more time. Over the midline one way. And then out to the side, turning your toes down, heel up on the other side. Fabulous. Bring it back to the center, lengthen the elbows, bend the knee, swap legs. Opposite leg is bent at the moment. We're going to do a dynamic hamstring stretch, so up and down. If you flex your ankle gently, you get much better stretch into that calf as well. Couple more times. Keep those elbows on the floor, and that means you can really work on that posture at the same time. Hold the leg, and you're going to extend the opposite leg. Feel length, good, and then gently bring that over the midline. Opposite leg is long, that's it. Keep your knees straight if you can. Good. Side to side. If you want to increase the stretch, lift the outside of your foot up. And then as you go out for the groin stretch, you turn your foot down. Heel up, toes down. Yeah, keep going. Oh, I've got the sunlight right in my face. Can't see what you're doing. Keep going. Good. Some of you have got a slightly bent knee. So if it doesn't produce pain, see if you can lengthen that knee a little bit more. Make sure you can feel those stretches. Yeah, couple more. Last one. Fabulous. Good, and bring that back to the center. Okay, come out of your band. We're now going to go onto our side. Now, I know I've got some people in my class with hip issues. So there's various things you can do. You can try to lie on your side, but try not to lie directly on top of the pain, or do the same movement standing up. So it's up to you, or place something soft underneath your hips. Let's see how it goes. Good. So you want to lie on your side with your feet lined up with your coccyx, lie down with the back of your shoulder and the head. Then draw the belly button in and tuck your tail between your legs. Good. And now bring your knee. Sorry, I couldn't see a thing because of the sunlight. Bring your knees forward like this. So the knees are in a 90-degree angle to your hips. Good. We're now going to lift the whole top leg up and down. We're feeling that core connection, and we're using the bottom thigh to give us stability. So we're pressing that gently into the mat. Good. Up and down as far as you feel comfortable. Pull the shoulders back and down. No double chins, so lift the chins away from your chest. Fabulous. Make sure that the knee and the foot travel at the same height. Good. You've got 2 more. Just to activate those glutes. We've got 1 more. Good. And now you're going to bring that leg at hip height. You're going to flex your foot and you're going to push the heel backwards and forwards again. Inhale. Exhale, push it back. Inhale, forwards again. Good. Go again. Exhale, push back. Inhale, forwards. That's it. Keep going. Opening up the front of your hip. Tucking the tail between your legs. Breathe out to push back. Breathe in to bring it forward. Make sure the waist is lifted. Good. You've got 2 more. Push it back. You've got 1 more. Push it back. Nice. Now lengthen your legs and bring the leg forward. Good. Then flex your foot, turn the toe down, tap the floor and lift that leg up as high as you can. Up and down. Up and down. Good. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. 3. That's it. 2. Last one. 1. And relax. Well done. That leg should have become quite heavy by the end of it. Let's turn onto our chest before we go over to the other side. Arms are in a surrender position. Your bum cheeks are clenched. Pull the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, lift the back of your head up. Followed by the breastbone. Really find length in your abdominal muscles and then bring it back down again. Don't relax your bum cheeks. So in between repetition, you want to keep everything pulled in. Imagine that your hips are super glued to the floor and you really want to pull away from those hips. So really find that length in your stomach muscles. Push your hands down into the mat. That will also help to find that stretch. Good. Keep going for me. Make sure you keep breathing. We're now going to hold this position, not too high. Find that stretch. Pull the shoulders down your back. Pull the chin backwards. Hold. Really clench your bum cheeks. Feel the fire in your bum. You've got 4 more breaths. 3, 2, and gently bring that back down again. You're going to place the hands alongside you. Good. You're going to push the knees into the floor and come on up into a plank. Tuck your tail in. Fantastic. If you want to come onto your toes, come onto your toes. My knee doesn't want to do that today, but if you want, roll your toes under and come on up onto your toes. Good. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Good job. All right, keep breathing. You've got 4 more breaths. 3, 2, tuck the tail in. And 1. We're now going to land back on our knees and we're going to push back into a child's pose again. Feel the stretch. From here, we come up, we grab our blocks, and we lie on the other side. So lie back down for me. Now I've got the sunlight in my eyes on this side. Hand on hip. We're going to bring the knees all the way to the front. Good. Engage your deep core muscles. So pull the pelvic floor up, pull your tummy in and tuck your tail between your legs. Lift the top leg up and down. Good. So what you want to try to tell your body is to use your bum cheek to lift and lower that leg. So see if you can find that bum cheek engagement. Good. Your feet are opening up. Your foot and your knee are traveling at the same height. At the same height. Make sure the waist is lifted. Make sure the hips are facing forward. Everything is facing forward. So some of you, have a look at my thigh, are doing this and you're leaning backwards. I don't want any rotation. I want everything very square. You've got 3 more. 2. You've got 1 more. Now bring that leg to hip height. Flex your foot and now push the leg back. Good. Feel how the front of your hip opens up and how the bum engages. Bring it forward again. Breathe out. Push it back. And back in. Good. Making sure that we are not arching our spine, we're tucking our tail in, and again, we're telling our bum cheek to do all the hard work. Push back and back to the front again. And again, breathe out, push back and bring it forward. You've got 4 more. 4, make sure you have a break if your hip is telling you that it's done. 3, 2, we're going to do 1 more. Pull it back. Fabulous. Hold it. Lengthen your leg. Bring it forward as far forward as you can. Flex your foot. Turn the foot down. Tap the toe on the floor and lift it up. Good. Pull the shoulders back. Pull the back of your head back. Make sure the waist is lifted. There is no rocking. No double chins. Come on. Lift that chin away. Pull the back of your head back. You've got 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and that last one. Lift up and relax. Good job. Push yourself up into seated. Lengthen your legs. Cross one leg over the other one. Use your opposite shoulder to hug that knee. Good. And then take the free hand and rotate to the back of the room. Really tuck that knee towards you to find a lovely stretch over your bum cheeks. Also, the more you look over your shoulder, the deeper you find a rotation in your torso. Hold it here for a moment. Make sure you do find the stretch. So sometimes you have to just sit in a slightly different position or shift your weight slightly. Good, let's release that one. Lengthen the legs, change over. Hug your knee with one elbow, pull it in. Rotate, hold on behind you and find a rotation. Feel that bum cheek opening up. So from a stretch strength, let's say 1 issue is sleep and 10 issues screaming, you don't want to be more than a 5 here. So you feel it, but it's comfortable. Nice, lovely rotation with a lifted breastbone and then nicely engaged tummy muscle. Good, good. And let go. I'm going to sit on my block because I've got quite tight hips. You don't have to sit on the block if you don't need to. So we're going to bring our legs forward. We're going to widen them. We're going to do the saw. So the saw is a rotational exercise. You're going to flex your feet and sit as tall as you can. So if you can't sit tall on the floor, then grab that block and sit on the block. And then bring the arms out and up and really try to find that lift through the breastbone and that deep core connection. So find the belly button, pelvic floor. For a level 1, you're just going to gently rotate from side to side, making sure that you're not producing any pain anywhere. And I also recommend if you've got osteoporosis that you just do this. Don't do anything else. So you just want to do 1 movement rather than 2. If this is all good and you think, yeah, my hips are up for it, my spine is up for it, then you're going to reach for your little toe, look underneath the armpit, feel all of the stretches that you can, and lift back to the top again, rotate back. Good. Over to the other side, look underneath the armpit, a gentle stretch towards the little toe, And bring it back again. Good. And again, breathe out. Breathe in. If those knees bend a little bit because you're super tight, then that's fine. Let them bend a little bit. Good. Let's do 2 more, one on each side. And find that rotation. Back to the center. You're going to do 1 more. Find that rotation. And back to the center. And then bring those arms down. Good job. Let's come onto our knees. You can face the screen. I'm going to face sideways so you can see what I'm up to. So I'm going to tuck my tail between my legs. I'm going to find a nice core engagement. I'm going to bring my arms forward and I'm going to interlace my fingers like this. I'm going to tuck my tail in. I'm going to just gently arch through the upper back. I'm just bringing my chin forward and I'm feeling how my shoulder blades are moving away from my vertebrae. So I'm stretching out between the shoulder blades. You're now going to come back up again, stack your spine, open up your arms, palms are facing up, and now pull those thumbs backwards and tuck your tail in so there's no arching off the back. Really clench your bum cheek. You should be feeling a chest stretch. Let's do that again. Bring those hands together, round your upper back, chin to chest, pull the shoulders forward. Inhale, exhale, stack your spine, rotate the palms, find your chest stretch, pull back a little bit more, make sure that you're not arching your back. Good job. 1 more time, bring it forward, round your upper back, pull the chin to the chest, allow the shoulder blades to move forward. Nice, last one, open up, pull those thumbs back, tuck your tail in, no arching off the spine. 3, 2, and 1, and then bring the arms to your side and give me a couple of big shoulder rolls. Excellent job, everybody. So let me just switch off the recording so I can say goodbye to the people that are here live. Thank you for coming. For the ones that watch this on record, let me know how you get on at the club. Bye.